Welcome to day one of our JaNEWary challenge, and this is day one of our piece by Karen Marshalsay, and this is an old Skye air. Today we're going to be working on the first 4 bars of this, and so I'll start just by playing that for you. So it's a nice slow air. We're working at about 50 to 60 beats per minute. So it's about a crotchet beat or a quarter beat per second. Okay, so we're starting that right hand and we've got our finger 2 on the D, our thumb on the G. We play that D and then we're going to swap in a finger 3 onto that same D and do a grace note up to the G. So then we've got 3 notes in a row, G, A, B, and this is a triplet, so 3 quavers that have to fit into 1 crotchet space. And I reach down there with finger 3 back to that first D again. So from the beginning. Really take the time on those triplet quavers as well, okay? In our left hand, we start with a G octave, so thumb on the G here, 4th finger down here. And all we're putting into the middle there, once we've done our G octave, is the D, which is a 5th up from that G. Okay, and the timing of that, it has to fit in with the triplet, but it's not in triple time down there. So it's got to land just after our top B. So if I put that together, and you can see how and hear how this D is going to fit into here. So here we go, 2, 3. So it just jumps in before I land on the D in the top hand there. Okay, carrying on from there, our right hand then is on E, D, and our thumb's getting ready on the G, but we are going to do a grace note as well. So we have, okay, so we have to replace the E and do a quick grace note on there. And then we've got to carry on further as well. So actually I'm going to then place the next bit, which is a finger 3 onto the F. Okay, so. And then we've got a thumb slide on those top 2 notes. So those notes there, we've got D, E, G with the grace note on the E again. Placing on the F with the 3rd finger, 2nd finger on the G, thumb all the way up to the E here. I haven't said this yet. Although hopefully it'll be in the beginning of the video, but we're in G major, so we've got our F sharps here. Okay, and we play F, G, and then we do the thumb slide from that E to the D. Okay, so we just slide the E and then we play the D as normal, bending that thumb over and getting a really nice sound on that. Okay, so if we put that together there. I didn't place the F that time. You can choose what feels comfortable for you. I actually didn't feel as secure there not placing it, and there was a little bit of a twang as I caught another string. So you need to be really careful and thoughtful about what works best for you and what you can do to make the sound really nice and clean. In our left hand there, we've got an E octave. So right at the beginning of the piece, we were on a G octave. We're now a few notes down on the E octave. Okay, first one's just a quaver, and at this speed there's plenty of time for this, so we play, and then we're going to jump up to the B and the D, finger 2 on the B, thumb on the D. It's either side of our middle C, middle red string. Okay, so if I put that together, so we're coming in at the end of that first bar, 2, 3, when we start putting this together, that is a place where you might suddenly find you really want to rush, partly because the other quavers that we've done so far have been triplets, and these are just straight quavers, so it could be a little bit of that as well that might make you try and push it ahead. So really keep it nice and sedate. Okay, we'll do that bit once again. 2, 3. put that together from the beginning. 2, 3. Okay, watch you don't slip off that top one like I just did there. Following on from that, you've come off with this D. You're then going straight back onto it with your thumb, and we're getting all 4 in a row down to the A on. And the thumb note now is going to be a grace note. So really throw that away. Make sure that the C is landing where it's meant to, which is exactly halfway through the beat. So that was me going from the slide. If we go, okay, leading into that there. Okay, just put that together again. I'm going to start at the end of the first bar here. 2, 3. Okay, and remember the grace notes, they're additions to the tune, they're embellishments, they're not the actual tune. So the key thing that we hear is, and that's the tune carrying through, and everything else is a decoration for that. Going into our next part, we've just done that walk down to the A with finger 4, we come off and we jump to a 3 on the B, 2 on the D, thumb on the G here. So either side of the red and 1 above the black. And again, the B and the D, they're grace notes. So again, throw them away, make sure that the G, your thumb, is landing on the beginning of that beat where it should be there, okay? And this is then going back like the beginning, so then we're back to 3, 2, 1 on these triplets. Reaching down for the D, just above middle C. Back onto the D, D, E, G. There's no grace note element here, so just nice and straight. Back onto the F, 3, 2, 1, same as before, but this time we're not doing the slide. Okay, 1, 2 up there. Then we're going to put 1, 2, 3 and 4 on, and the 1 and the 2 are the grace notes. And then I did an interesting move there where I've got 5 notes in a row, and this is how Karen's asked for it to be, where we play, and then before we play the 4, we're taking our 3rd finger over the top of that 4th to place a head. Okay, so if I put that section again together, if I go from the beginning of the 3rd bar, and we've got these grace notes up to the G, and this is like the beginning again. Watch my fingers. Okay, that's a way of getting around having 5 notes in a row there. The left hand is back to our G octave like we were at the very first bar, but we've also putting that 5th in the middle. People that did the November challenge last year will remember how I talked about that being one of those where we've got the octave and the 5th in the middle. So we're doing one of those, but now we're going to play the G at the bottom and then the top 2 together. And then we just jump up with a finger 2 for a B all on its own. So, and just like in the first bar where we had a note that had to fit in after the triplets, we've got this B note here to fit in. So if I put that together, 3, 4. Okay, if I do that one more time, need to watch that I don't turn the left hand notes into triplets as well. That should be straight quavers. So 3, 4. Okay, carrying on, top hand carries on. Left hand's back to the E octave like it was in the second bar. And then as I hit this top note here, I'm going to do G, B and E in this hand as a roll. And again, much like grace notes, rolls start before the beat and it's the top note that has to land on the beat. So that top E has to land with this top E. Okay, so the roll hand happens leading up to that top E there. And then I've got the grace notes leading to this C, and as I play the C here in the right hand with finger 3, the left hand's got a D just above middle C, all on its own. Okay, so let me put that together. If I go from the beginning of bar 3, so we've got sounds of the tunes much like the beginning here, we've got the grace notes leading up to this G, 3, 4. Okay, so let's put all of that together now, going back to that beginning. So we've got the upbeat D, so I'll count 2, 3, and then we come in on that 4th beat. Left hand's back down on these G octaves, and we'll go through. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that's our first section done for today. Well done.